Hello, it's Dion here again for another update of today's numbers. For today, we have a total of 382 tests complete. 353 came back negative, 8 came back active so far, and 7 have recovered with 14 pending tests. Regarding the testing, it's very important to know that if you've been contacted for testing and it comes back negative, you will still legally be required to isolate, as you may have been exposed to the virus. The isolation requirements are the following. For a negative test result, a minimum of 14 days isolation, and if you have a positive test result, a minimum of 10 days or until your symptoms are gone, whichever of the two is sooner. In fact, for an individual who is tested negative but is living in a household where there's a positive case, there's a chance that that individual who tested negative could potentially be isolated for up to 30 days. But please know that this information comes straight from the medical officer of health and is not the requirements made by our health center. The health center staff is simply relaying this information as required. And any individual who is feeling sick with a cold or flu-like symptoms is asked to stay home and contact the health center, and they will complete the proper testing. We're not yet clear of this, as we need to be very cautious and practice safe social distancing measures and thorough hand washing and sanitizing wherever possible, just to maintain that safety. We've been advised by Alberta Health Services that we're to be following the Public Health Order 05-2020. This is regarding mandatory isolation requirements, and we have posted this on our Facebook page and our website. If your isolation is breached anyway, you will receive a verbal reminder from the public health officials. And if you continue to breach isolation requirements, a written order from the medical officer of health will be co-delivered by public health officials and the local RCMP, and a warrant could be issued to you if you are not present at that time. There are people who are not complying with this quarantine order, and by doing this, you are endangering the entire community. Please stay home. Clean your house and the yard. Don't go to drive-thrus or coffee or food. If you need those things, please contact someone and they can do it for you in a way that is safe, meaning they can drop that off at your doorstep or some way to get what you need without endangering the community. This is extremely important, as we have to take this very serious, and if you have to stay home and continue to keep your community safe, that means no one can come visit you and you have to maintain your distance. The region right now, Cold Lake, is under a medical watch. That means if we don't do our part to keep the numbers down, we'll be faced with a total lockdown of our entire area. This could mean up to 14 days or longer. And like we said yesterday, the holiday season is quickly approaching. Well, we need to be prepared as much as we can. It'll be much different this year. As it comes closer, we'll continue to do the updates and continue to update everyone on the restrictions that will be put in place for this year. But we do know that this virus is not going away anytime soon, so there will not be any large family gatherings allowed during this Christmas season on reserve. That means only family members that reside in the same house will be allowed to celebrate together. And we understand that this is very difficult for many, but please remember that this is a restriction meant to protect our community from the further spread of COVID-19. Please stay safe, everyone. Continue to treat everybody with respect, especially the health and the staff who are working hard to protect everyone. Masicho, thank you very much.